Okay.
We will now convene at 5:49. There's nothing to report in closed session. And we have some students for the Pledge of Allegiance. Spencer.
We have some awesome students from Ishii Hills Middle School with us tonight, so we'll turn the time over to them.
My name is Jafori, and I want to thank Miss Albert and the board members for inviting us to lead the Pledge of Allegiance. I have never had an opportunity like this. We are students from Ishii Hills Middle School. Saying the Pledge of Allegiance helps form a connection to our country, the United States of America.
My name is Kelsey. When we say the Pledge of Allegiance, we honor the flag and everything it represents. We are a country with a diverse population. Saying the Pledge of Allegiance instills a sense of pride for all people.
My name is Trenton. We say the Pledge of Allegiance to start our day at school, to begin official meetings or ceremonies, and honor the flag by looking at it while the national anthem is sung at the beginning of our football games.
We would like to lead you in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please stand. Salute. Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Not so fast, you three. Come on up here. We have something for you. Thank you so much. Awesome job.
You can go see Spencer.
Corey, come on up.
You did a great job. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Trenton, come on up. Great to see you. Work.
Did a great job. Thank you.
Thank you. Good. Okay.
Go ahead.
You want me in that picture? Yeah, this is okay.
Okay, my turn. And
Good to see you. So families, you are welcome to stay or you are welcome to go. And if you stay, you'll be the first ones ever.
Okay. Moving on to the comment session. Comments and announcements by board members. Say that I'm gonna be sad because Jessica is leaving. But I know that our board will continue to stay strong and serve our community. And also I wanted to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving and that all the families have a lovely family time and enjoy your week off and just enjoy your time with your family. And also I'm excited about our conference next month too. So thank you. Jessica Anthony.
Thank you, Lisa, for that comment. I have nothing today.
Sandra Barnes.
So last week I went to the wellness committee meeting. We had a lot of good discussions about different projects and opportunities that we could endeavor on to increase the health and intertwine the physical aspect of it. The physical health is not just dietary concerns. And we also noticed that there was a board policy that needed to be updated, so we're working on that too. I noticed that there is a new warehouse unit at Central for the maintenance crew. So congratulations to those guys for their new digs. And that there are the building equipment for the new covers at Central for the new sports complex that are going up. And I think Ishi's going to be having a similar situation. So you guys are going to get a new cover. So congratulations on that. I'm excited. Too bad it didn't come before the rain. What I'm thankful for, I am thankful for the opportunity to be able to fight for all of our kids' opportunities and to give them a safe place to exist and to grow and to be who they can, to be the very best that they can, and to support them in every endeavor. That's what I'm thankful for.
Thank you. Bill LaGrone.
I have no comments at this time.
We'll now hear from comments and announcements by administration. And Spencer Holton.
Thank you very much. This evening, I'd like to begin by presenting a proclamation recognizing Jessica Anthony for her service as a trustee on the Oroville City Education Board of Education trustee. Whereas the Board of Education has high expectations of its trustees to exhibit leadership and decision-making abilities as a governing body of the Oroville City Elementary School District, and whereas Jessica Anthony took the oath of office on December 15th, 2020, for a 4-year term ending December 6th, 2024, and has served as a contributing member of the Board of Education during the time of declining enrollment, wildfires, board meetings at City Hall, the launching of OCESD's first VAPA school, and the corresponding name change of Central Middle School to the Studios, and the COVID-19 pandemic, and all of its lockdowns and mandates, as well as distance and hybrid learning models and Zoom board meetings. And whereas during her tenure on the Board of Education, Jessica Anthony served as clerk of the governing board in years 2022, 23, and 24, and participated in some very difficult discussions. And whereas Jessica Anthony always came prepared for meetings, asked thoughtful questions, provided meaningful suggestions for improvement, and brought a positive and sunny outlook to meetings. And whereas Jessica Anthony has been a member of a team that has made positive changes for OCESD students and staff. Now, therefore, on this day, 20th day of November, 2024, I, Dr. Spencer Holtum, Superintendent of OCESD, in concurrence with district staff, do hereby recognize Jessica Anthony for her outstanding contribution to furthering the mission, vision, and goals of the Oroville City Elementary School District. Thank you very much. A couple other just quick announcements are just want to let the board know our enrollment is 1958. We're slowly trickling up. We're still hoping that our bond passes, but just for the information for the public, bonds have to pass at 55%. Currently, we are at about 53.8%. So we need another 1.5 or so to eclipse the 55%. We did in the second counting go up about a percentage and a half. And so I'm hoping that we can do that again before all the election results become final on December the 2nd. I'd like to say congratulations to, we have 2 new board members, and we'll be putting them into office in our next board meeting. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And I'd also like to report quickly on our new intervention program up at the Southside Community Center. Our program was built around 20 students, and we're already servicing 20 students on any given day, and it's seen a lot of really positive results there. And just like to throw it out to the community for the first time that normally it would be closed next week for the Thanksgiving holiday, but we have bought, the district has bought 20 seats to have day programs on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday of next week up there. It's going to be a first come, first serve for families that need support next week. So if you're interested, please reach out to the superintendent's office and I'll give you the number to reserve a spot for that. But we are so happy to be able to continue to serve our students here in the district. And again, happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Andrew James.
Good evening and happy Thanksgiving season. Lately, we've been working heavily on audit prep. The audit is next week during Thanksgiving week, and working on the budget for the next board meeting. I wanted to give a special thanks to Mrs. McCarthy from the studios. We had an esports meeting where we're exploring the possibility of having esports teams at the elementary schools as well as the middle schools. And Mrs. McCarthy was instrumental in that meeting. When we were talking about the warehouse, the new warehouse building by the studios, we were receiving a lot of playground equipment and shade structures for the elementary schools, and we had to have a place to put it all. And it was either we rented a big warehouse or we put one together. So we're able to use some of our ELOP money to put together a warehouse. And then you've seen the big trucks. I think there were 7 or 14 truckloads of big steel beams and things that came and were delivered to the studios that are the new sports pavilions that we set up at Ishii and at the studios. They're in the process of drilling the 19-foot deep holes. And the weather is obviously not cooperating because those will obviously fill with water right away. But we're excited. It should be early spring that those are done and ready for use by the students. So we're excited about those. And lastly, Jessica, it's been a real pleasure to work with you and look forward to seeing you down the road.
Thank you. Troy Cox.
Well, I did offer a bulletin for each of the board members that was placed at your seats. You can take a look. I'll start with wishing everybody a happy Thanksgiving. And for the short time that I've been here as well, Jessica, it's been great to work with you as well. So good luck to you and look forward to seeing you around in the community still. Yeah. So the first thing on the bulletin is kind of like a proud father today. We had our first district correlation for our PLC. Today was the first day that we were able to come together as a district and have all our grade levels and schools meet to discuss our testing data, our intervention, and work on planning moving forward. It's been quite a few years since we've been able to have district-wide correlations, so pretty excited about it. Me this morning, really early, wanted to put out a message of encouragement, so I wanted to share that with you guys, and that's what's listed here. You can take a look. And then also, middle school visits are continuing. Our middle schools are working really hard to ensure our DOJ work is done so we can work towards the completion of the process. Elementary school site visits are going well. Walkthroughs, teachers, it's definitely a different feel this year as far as the level of instruction, the level of anxiety is lowered, and we're really focused on instruction, and things are moving in the right direction. We've got a lot of things going, and we're seeing that quite a bit with the amount of time I'm able to spend at middle and elementary schools. As well as today, I was able to spend time with third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and eighth today during PLCs. I was able to go around and visit with them, and we had some really good conversations around curriculum, around assessment, and how we're going to help our students moving forward. So, very positive things going on. The rest is listed there, but those are some of the highlights. So, thank you.
Thank you. Holly Gutierrez.
I do not have anything. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam President, can I say something now? Sorry.
Of course, Jessica Anthony.
I was not prepared to have an exit speech. So we're gonna wing it really, just quickly.
Well, you always prepared. It's in that thing.
Thank you for listing out all of the things that I have forgotten about. That's very helpful and kind that you recognize and acknowledge those items. In 2020, I came onto the board and immediately was faced with the pandemic. And that was a very large, there were more people at that board meeting on Zoom than I've ever seen in this building. That was an exciting time, but I wanted to just say thank you to the board for always supporting me and us together. I like to think of myself as the boots on the ground member who was in the classroom, at the community events, with the kids, inside the circles, listening to the children, listening to their parents, listening to their struggles, their strengths, their positives, and bringing that to the board to share the real life happenings and real time things going on with the school age children. I'd like to really encourage you all to keep that going. And be a voice for the kids. Ultimately, that's the goal that we have here, is for the children. We're all in a capacity to see the administration and the bottom lines of things and the ed code and the words and all of these things that kids have no idea about and they shouldn't know about. And so I just want to remind you that get down to their level more often than not and speak for them loudly. As I've really tried to do. So thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
I just like to say one more thing. I just want to thank you for giving us the hard questions, for giving us the bad news, for giving no matter what, putting that out there and not allowing us to ignore the obvious issues that we need to address. That is so refreshing and reminding of where we need to be in our headspace. So I thank you for that.
Thanks for reckoning.
Welcome.
Thanks.
I would like to say this is just a strong board, and we care so much for your children, and we work so hard together to come to agreements. We may not also always see eye to eye, but at the end of the day, we do care for your children. We do care for the kids in our community, and we do really work hard to do that. And so please excuse the little tears and stuff going on here, but we're really gonna miss Jessica. And we just hope that we can just continue to have a strong board with the new board members coming on and develop a relationship to where we can keep going serving our community and our children. Thank you. With that being said, we'll move on to comments by the public. At this time, the board will extend invitation to interested parties who wish to speak on matters which are school-related. For those attending remotely who wish to comment, use your raise your hand button to be called on to speak. Is there anybody? I'm sorry.
There's no one online.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
So I debated on coming up here or not. My name is Holly. I work at Oakdale, but I'm also a grandparent to my granddaughter that goes to Oakdale. So I just I really feel compelled advocating for the kids, and I just want to make sure that the board is aware there's a child in kindergarten that really hits and beats all these other kindergartners every day since school started. There's a girl that screams in fear every time that he's next to her. One little girl will not, she won't go to her kindergarten playground without somebody walking her. It's happened to my granddaughter, but thankfully he doesn't target her, but he does target about 4 children. One little girl started fighting back. I feel like that's super sad that a kindergartner has to fight back for herself. It happens almost every single day. And he targets 4 little girls. And I don't know how much everybody knows. I just feel really strongly that somebody needs to advocate for those kids, and maybe their parents don't know they can come to the board meeting and talk to anybody, but I think it's a really big issue for me. It's a big issue for the parents, but they may not know where to go. I just wanted to bring it to your attention. And thank you for your service.
Thank you. Okay. On to the action session. Public comments on action items. The board will extend invitations to interested parties who wish to speak on items that are on the agenda. For those attending remotely who wish to comment, use your raise your hand button to be called on to speak. The Brown Act does not allow the governing board to discuss or take action on any item that is not posted on the agenda. Is there anyone on there?
There's no one online. No.
Thank you. We'll move on to the consent agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Oh,
Sorry.
there's one thing that I need to pull from the consent agenda, and that's regarding interdistrict transfers. I'd like to pull 2425-141 from interdistrict denial on the consent agenda. Some changes have been made to that application, and so we'll pull that and bring that next month.
This one. Can I get a motion?
I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda with the stipulated amendment.
Can I get a second?
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes. We're moving on to new business. Change December board meeting date.
So it's recommended that the date for the December board meeting be changed from December 11th to December 18th to adhere to the 15-day guideline for conducting board meetings after an election. The official election date is December the 2nd. And so in order for us to meet this guideline, we need to meet on the 18th.
Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any noes? Pass with 4 yes votes. Set new date for annual organizational meeting.
So it is recommended that the board set December 18th, 2024 at 5:30 as a new date time for the annual organization meeting per the guidelines set forth in Education Code 35-143. The December 11th, 2024 date that was previously set at the October 16th board meeting did not adhere to the 15-day guideline for scheduling a meeting after election. The annual organization meeting will be in conjunction with the regular board meeting of the Board of Trustees.
Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes. Approve memorandum of understanding with California Schools Employees Association.
It is recommended that the MOU with CSEA concerning a signing bonus for middle school special education 1 and 2 level instructional assistants be approved, effective for 2 school years, this year and next year, 2025-26, as presented.
Can I get a motion?
I make a motion that we approve the agenda item.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes. Approve environmental education agreements, Shady Creek.
Okay, well, this is an exciting announcement for the district because we're going back to Shady Creek. We haven't gone to Shady Creek for many years for a number of different reasons. The biggest reason was COVID and different things. But we are going back to Shady Creek, and this is going to be for our fifth graders at all four of our elementary schools. And in a lot of districts, they do a lot of fundraisers and things like that because it's a very expensive thing. But we were able to find allocations so that all of our students can go, and the budget can afford that. And we think this is going to be a great opportunity for all of our fifth graders who would like to participate.
Spencer, does this also include those that are independent study? Do they get to go too?
That's a good, they can. I will check on that to see if.
Technically, they're still in school. But
Yeah,
they're just not independent.
absolutely. And I will, Troy, will you remind me to check on that and make sure that those kids have that at least that invitation.
Thank you.
What are the dates on those?
Says 27th to the 31st.
Of what?
Yeah, we're going in January.
Oh, January. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, we had some supply issues in my professional capacity and I'm going to need to prepare better.
Well, we like to go a little bit later because it's a little warmer, but this is the date that we could get in, and so we took it.
Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second?
I second.
Sorry.
Which one's first? Jessica.
Let's go to Jessica.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes. Waive first reading and adopt new and revised board policies and approve new or revised administrative regulations.
It is recommended that the first reading of the following board policies and administrative regulations be approved and the policies be adopted and the regulations be approved. I've gone through all of these. Kim made me read these. And she has more on my desk for me to read. But I've gone through those and most of them I haven't made much changes to them as far as what's been recommended to us by the groups that we subscribe to that kind of help us form these policies or update these policies. Most of the changes are very subtle, and I recommend that we approve them.
Thank you, Kim. Okay, can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second?
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Abstain? Pass with 4 yes votes. Review fiscal year 2024 to 25, Williams Settlement Monitoring Report.
As mentioned earlier in the year, we did a proclamation as a district to say that we had sufficient materials. This is a document from the county that confirms that we are sufficient with materials as well as our facilities are in good repair. We have no deficiencies in either our facilities or textbook. We're good.
Thank you. And this is a no action is required. So our meeting will be adjourned at 6:18.
Rest with the amount of hammering that's going.
Every year.